Hello there, my very good friends. On today's afternoon news video, a major WrestleMania match is dead.
An update on some mega WWE returns.
Seth Rollins is jealous of Cody Rhodes, and I'm going to tell you why that's a good thing.
And an AEW contract is expiring soon. I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Andy H. Murray.
And this is the after news.
The H in this video stands for Hootenanny.
Ooh.
That's what it would have been if we got to watch Cody Rhodes versus The Rock this year. But if you hadn't already figured it out from the way television has gone this week, that match is dead. That's the exact terminology that Dave Meltzer used when talking about it on Wrestling Observer Radio.
What does he know?
Yeah, come on, Dave. I mean, it's probably filed away in that crazy office of his, isn't it? Which looks like the inside of my head, to be fair.
I was going to say, I was going to slag him off, but then after this Christmas, that's basically what my loft looks like right now.
And also, it's not far off what our office looks like.
Yeah.
Like, God forbid anyone ever sees that who doesn't work here. So Dave said even the idea of doing that match is now dead. He noted that while The Rock versus Roman Reigns, however, wasn't currently booked, if The Rock changes his mind and decides he wants to do WrestleMania, that will be the match, not Cody. Which is like, so the frustrating thing for me coming out of Raw, and I know some people have the theory that Rock was being a babyface to throw people off. The disappointing thing for me, personally, as a fan of The Rock, and as a fan of the Final Boss particularly, the heel version, was the apparent death of Cody, the Cody match. Because they set it up, well, you build on last year's stuff, that giving him the thing on the Raw after WrestleMania, the great promos, the Mama Rhodes stuff. Like, it was so preposterous. The Rock said, "Hey, Cody Rhodes, say hello to your mom." And Cody was like, "That's right, Rock, you shagged my mom." Like, tell him, Rocky.
You made me bleed in front of her.
Yeah. Oh, what a laugh. It was kind of a strange presentation. And then The Rock came out on NXT the following night and went, "Shut up, Marks," basically. He was so got into it. It's unbelievable. It's like, you're the most famous man alive. Stop being so thin-skinned. And look, I love The Rock. I say this over and over. I'm disappointed we won't get that match, personally.
Yeah, if that is the case, it is very disappointing. And I know some people say, well, they could always do it next year. WrestleMania 42 is a long way away.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I want Cody Rhodes to be this same character by April 2026.
Yeah.
I'm kind of intrigued to see what happens, and I think it's going to happen organically, his changing character anyway. But yeah, the Roman Reigns thing is very interesting because arguably, yes, you could say, well, maybe they do. Is it 2 night SummerSlam this year?
This or next, my brain doesn't remember.
So maybe if you're really me and you're hoping for big things for The Rock in 2025 in ring, that is, maybe you say, well, he has to deal with what the hell's going on with the bloodline at WrestleMania, and then maybe he takes on Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, for example. But disregarding all that, I have a question.
Okay.
There's 2 WrestleMania main events, correct? There's only 2 nights.
Yeah, sure.
Cody always is one of them because he's the world champion.
Yes.
Punk's meant to be getting the other one, allegedly.
Okay.
How on earth do you do Rock Roman Reigns and not have that main event if that's what's going to happen?
Sorry, Punk. I like it. Sorry, Phil.
Well, it's getting hot here, actually.
Yeah.
It was freezing when we came in.
But, it was. Sorry, Mr. Brooks.
Now, I am the biggest defender of The Rock. I was one of the few people saying, let it play out with the whole Rock on Raw.
You and about 2 million 15-year-olds.
Yes, well, I found this theory, thank you to Matt Rains, who tagged me in this yesterday, that I am now completely believing. It was tweeted by the account WWE is Cinema, so you know it's legit. So, Andy, as you mentioned, The Rock came out on NXT New Year's Evil and said, "Shut up, Marks. The Rock is always 20 steps ahead," correct?
Yes.
New Year's Evil was the 7th of January. 20 plus 7 is 27. The 27th is Roman's acknowledgement ceremony on Monday Night Raw. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Okay, all right, sure.
And then I'll just change my booking. And then actually, if that doesn't happen, I'll say he's going to come out of the Rumble. And if that doesn't happen, I'll say he'll come out of the Elimination Chamber. If that doesn't happen, I'll probably just start crying.
Well, I'm glad that this person has proven their ability to add the numbers 7 and 20 together. And look, if it turns out correct, I'll gladly come on here and go, sorry.
It'll be the biggest victory lap I've ever taken. And I called CM Punk coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, don't get me wrong. If The Rock came back and went heel immediately and we're building to something, I'm on.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
In.
We're
I'm
all in.
Yeah, 200%. But I think that I don't think The Rock knows when he's wrestling again next. I think that there was talk of like Moana reshoots for the live action film and stuff like that. That could, that's obviously going to occupy his time. But look, if he rocks up next week and goes, "You're welcome," while bloodying Cody Rhodes or Roman or whoever, I'm all in.
Another quick story of me being a terrible parent before we move on to our next story.
Why not?
Remember I told you I taught Eric, who is 16 months old, if you're unaware, my son, to yeet a few months back. Now he cannot get enough of Chee-hoo!
Oh, Jesus.
I played the song, and then I just kept doing it, and then he started doing it. So there you go.
Gonna give him the Ricochet Jadakiss laugh next?
Yes. And if he doesn't acknowledge me every time I come in, then we're going to have words.
Yeah. Come on, child.
Come on,
Yeah, there was
child.
a video doing the rounds on socials yesterday of someone's baby who was like chilling, doing baby stuff, like
I did see this,
babying
yeah.
about, and then Roman Reigns came out and the baby was like
That's basically the Wilborn household every single day.
at WWE is cinema.
Right, let's talk about some big WWE returns. We talked in the morning news, which is well worth checking out. We'll link it at the end of this video. All about Alexa Bliss. And I mentioned in that story as well, with regards to Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, two other massive names set to return. And WrestleVotes, I checked this, it wasn't WrestleVotes, it was WrestleVotes, have heard that Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair's names will now appear on WWE's internal active roster. Lynch on Raw, Charlotte Flair on SmackDown. We are one step closer, Andy Murray, to Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania.
That might be the way to go.
Yes.
I think that Becky will be an interesting player to fit into the WrestleMania picture, because I think title-wise, something like Rhea versus Io probably makes a lot of sense.
You literally did Becky versus Rhea last year.
Yeah, definitely. But Becky in a big high-profile singles feud would rock as well, whatever that may be.
Could they do her for the mid-card women's title to really try and elevate that?
Why
perhaps?
not? Why not?
Or just a feud, just a grudge feud. I mean, Liv Morgan took her out. Obviously, I don't know whether I want to see that at WrestleMania, but we'll see how they book it.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with not watching Mid-Morgan wrestle at WrestleMania. I saw her destroy that sign for that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's plenty of possibilities, I think. And for Charlotte, look, Charlotte's best matches over the past couple of years have been ones where she's been in there with people who can match her physicality. So like Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
People who can take a hit and give one back, brother. So I think that her and Tiffany is a really interesting prospect. The face-heel dynamic is a problem to solve, I think, but they're both better as heels is the issue.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it pans out.
They can have fun with that. Like, who can out-cheat the other one, basically.
And also, like Chaz has been out. Chaz.
That's what we call it.
Chaz Flair has been out for like over a year. So people are going to give her a big pop when she comes. Maybe they can ride that in.
Mate, in terms of returns, I mean, this is the female version of sort of Roman Reigns and bloody CM Punk coming back.
Pretty
Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, what amazing aces in the hole to have to start off the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Great, can't wait to see them back.
It's good. Hot start to the year in terms of stuff occurring. Seth Rollins, the chef.
Oh, I like this story.
Seth, the chef, has admitted he's a little bit jealous of Cody Rhodes. And I think that's a good thing.
Just get a neck tattoo.
Yeah, there you go. What would he get? I don't know.
Ooh.
Like a little hat or something.
Fire.
Burn it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
A little hat. That's where hats go, on your neck.
Yeah, everyone knows that. He was interviewed by Chris Van Vliet.
Hey!
And I'll read you the quote because it's pretty interesting. He said, he's talking about Cody winning the belt, finishing the story.
Oh.
He said, I had a different experience watching Cody win the title. I felt joy, probably a little bit of jealousy, but I don't know. I've never really been the guy that's handled the ball all that way. I've said that wrong. Handed the ball that way. For the last 10 years, it's been Roman for the most part, and then Cody when he comes back. And I kind of get, he kind of gets that treatment as well when Cody comes. I've just mangled this whole story. I'm going to start this again because this is a mess. Right, here's what Seth said. We're going to keep all this in.
Yeah.
It's live and uncut, baby. It is cut, but still. I had a different experience watching Cody win the title. I felt joy, probably a little bit of jealousy, but I don't know. I've never really been the guy that's been handed the ball that way. For the past 10 years, it's been Roman for the most part, and then Cody comes back and he kind of gets that treatment as well. I've always felt like I wanted to be the person and I could be that guy, but it just wasn't for me in the eyes of the people who were making those decisions. So there was this joy and this happiness that we kind of crossed a proverbial finish line. Certainly a little bit of professional jealousy as well. But I mean, look, Roman doesn't get to where he's at without me, I don't think. I think he would tell you that as well. So this is good. Like, obviously, you want happiness and joy and everyone to be like, good job, Cody, well done, all of that stuff. And, you know, Seth, by his account, felt that, which is good. But also, you want people to be a bit jealous. Yes. You want people to be looking at that spot and going, I want that for me. I want to work towards that. I have the drive and the ambition to try and reach that spot for myself. Sometimes it's not in your own hands. Sometimes the booker just doesn't like you that way. But at the top of the card, you want hungry dogs who are gnashing for these top spots and pushing each other out of the way and, pardon me, and hungry to get to the top. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good.
There's a few things I want to say about this. Number one, I slightly disagree with him saying never being handed that ball. He was, and I just don't think it really worked.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about that. Number two, I assume, yes, he felt joy, jealousy, and quite a lot of pain, considering he was the one basically sacrificed across WrestleMania at 40, obviously getting destroyed night one and then night two, losing his title, getting involved in the world title picture. Well, not really in the cash-in, I suppose. He was just sort of laid out there by that point, but regardless. And then obviously getting nothing and just getting murked by Roman Reigns in the story of Roman Reigns really can't let it go with Seth, and that kind of fed into obviously Cody finishing the story. Fair play to Seth, though, for doing all that, from working through what he was going through. But I like this, like you say, A, because you want, the top to be just this. I mean, we talk about the WrestleMania main event scene this year ad infinitum about how much they're just, everyone's scratching and clawing, and The Rock's just going to come in and blow everyone out of the way, probably. And also, I do want Seth Cody again, because that was just such a perfect way to re-debut Cody, and they've got a great history together over the last few years. Yeah,
definitely, and there's a lot of uncovered ground. Look, the role Seth is in is very important. It's very important. People are going to call this an insult. Seth is the B-plus player.
Yes.
On this roster. That's a great role to be in. He's not the guy the company's built around, but he is a glue guy for a lot
of world title reigns.
Yes, a lot of very important positions. The CM Punk feud recently. He's done great stuff with Roman.
When they had that new world title, he was the guy they were like...
200%. They went with him in 2019 as the top babyface. It didn't quite work out. Obviously, that was before this current character, but it didn't quite click.
No.
So I think that, he's in a great spot. I think it's no great disservice to say that he's not Cody or Roman. That's comparing him to the top guys in the company.
You're not Messi or Ronaldo.
Yeah, exactly. He's more of... Iniesta or Xavi.
Yes.
There you go, in that Barcelona team. Ooh. Or maybe I don't know, a Pedro. Pedro's a good one.
Good.
That's a good one. Flashier.
Yeah.
Flashier player. Xavi's like the best ever, but still.
Barcelona's squad was class, wasn't it?
It was. Mezqueun Club. Or whatever they say.
I'm more of a Madridista guy, but I can still appreciate.
I like Real Madrid more because they're more evil.
Yeah.
So that's why.
But then again, Barcelona fans did throw a pig's head, so
Yeah,
Luis Figo.
Yeah, they've both got a bit nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Barcelona had Busquets, the goat. So
don't come to me.
Pepe.
And Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Ramos, yeah.
We still need to write that Bastards 11 with 6 defenders in it.
WhatCulture football back, baby. Let's go.
I hope... lean into this. A great interview by Chris Van Vliet yet again. Lean into this, I'd say. Just keep this in the pocket for further down the road. I could list 5 huge matches for Cody, especially with the transfer window being open now. But you've always got him versus Seth.
Yeah, for sure. It's always there.
Right, let's talk about an AEW contract expiring soon. We talked about Malachi Black on this morning's news, if you want to know more about that situation. But Maria Kanellis' contract is set to expire at the end of this month, according to Fightful. Some more great reporting from them. Apparently, her deal was going to expire at the end of October last year, but the two sides actually agreed a short extension, which would benefit both sides and run until the end of January. There was meant to be an announcement about it, but that just didn't end up happening. But yes, Maria Kanellis' contract, as of right now, set to expire at the end of January. I really like Maria Kanellis, so I hope whatever she does next, it's within wrestling.
Yeah, definitely. She's been doing some on-screen stuff, Ring of Honor, and like behind the stage creative with the women's division and stuff like that. She quite publicly said a couple of months ago that her contract was up and there hadn't been like negotiations or whatever, which to me sounded like a hey, come on, sort this out kind of call more than anything else. I think that, she's been very public as well with her health over the past year or so.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And she's had some struggles on that end too. But for me, right, Maria and Mike.
Look, I love the Kanellises.
Yeah, me too. They've always struck me as extremely positive people, extremely likable people.
Except when she was cooking him in WWE.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah, that was late.
Welcome back, guys. I've got a great storyline for you. Who's the dad? I mean, it's Mike. Yeah, but what if it wasn't?
Latter stage Vince McMahon creative.
Dark days.
Peeps. But yeah, they've always struck me as very positive people to have around, and so I don't know if you need a bit of help on that Ring of Honor brand. I don't know why you wouldn't just renew her.
I agree, and both people been through stuff that I don't think I could ever get through, to be perfectly honest. So all credit to them for getting through that, like you said, with such positivity. And I just like them as characters and people as well. So I don't know why you wouldn't do that. Or maybe she's got an eye on going somewhere else. I think wherever the Kanellises end up, they're going to flourish because just good guys, aren't they?
Yeah, you could even put her in the Kingdom if you want. I mean, why not? So, plenty of options. Good, yes.
Let us know your thoughts on what you want the Kanellises to do next and WrestleMania, all that sort of thing, in the comments section below. If you want to check out that morning news where we talk about Alexa Bliss and Malachi Black and loads of good stuff, boom, it's available right here.
There you go, watch that, put it in your YouTube, and watch it. Bye.
Bye.